Me, I miss my friends. My friends, let's video call. Me, no. Said, get a Zoom. To two people flirting on a video chat earlier, and though no one really noticed, it remains the highlight of an otherwise very uneventful day. Have you guys heard of phone calls where people can't see each other's faces? Pretty good stuff. On a conference call, checks to make sure I'm on mute 5 times. Gets called on. Can't find mute button to unmute myself. I was just on a Zoom call that ended automatically after 40 minutes because the organizer was on a free tier. This is the single greatest advance to meeting productivity that I've ever seen. Would pay extra for this feature. Just got disconnected from a friend on FaceTime, and neither of us called the other one back. That's real friendship. My 130 hashtag dog frequently lays across my lap during our workday. I forgot to mute, and his snores were so bad that someone participating via phone asked who fell asleep on the call. My pup didn't want me to be alone, so he spent 10 minutes outside the door squeaking his loudest toy, so I would know I had his support. I army crawled / slithered behind my DTR while she was on a Zoom call, but I couldn't stop myself from hissing as I did so. I'm a snake! I'm a snaky snake! Prayed that didn't help her composure. We have a presenter whose cat likes to contribute. First meeting, the cat Zoom bombed the master's entire presentation from on top of the keyboard behind him. Next meeting, while locked out of the room, the cat dive bombed him just before he began. He fought giggles all presentation. Is there a term for the awkward 7 seconds at the end of a Zoom after people have said their goodbyes but are still trying to leave the meeting? If not, there should be. Another excellent Zoom call with my mom's forehead. My 4-year-old likes to slowly pop her head in and out of meetings. I've given up caring or even apologizing for her. This is my life now. I've gone from guiltily avoiding social gatherings to guiltily avoiding Zoom meetings. Unmuting your microphone just to say, thank you, by everyone. Zoom call. Boss, what do you think? Me, going to the bathroom. Boss, can you hear me? Me, getting another beer. Boss, I think he's on mute. Me, getting chips. Boss, hello? Me, sorry I was on mute. I love Zoom meetings. Because they are online, we don't have to allow time to get from one meeting to the next. We can just have meeting after meeting after meeting. Have grown to love the tension that arises on a Zoom call when a single unaware person has noise happening in their background and everyone knows who it is, but everyone is also waiting for it to stop on its own so that no one has to do the "did everyone silence their mic?" thing. Can't believe in 2020 Zoom fatigue is about staring at each other in computers and not being tired of flying cars. It makes me so uncomfortable that someone in your Zoom class could just stare at you the whole time and you would never know. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday and someday soon, we shall gather all together at the top of a mountain, lock arms, and shout in unison. If you are not talking, can you mute yourself? Do you think 2020 will become a party theme like 1920 did? But instead of prohibition signs and those feather headbands, it'll be the Zoom logo and cloth masks. My husband will be in his office all day, but the minute I need to be on camera is when he magically has to be around for something. My dog burst in, and an interviewer saw it, and we both looked impressed at her poise and audacity. It was a far better use of our time than the "so what questions do you have?" moments we both dreaded. Unmuting the Zoom to fake laugh. It's very simple, folks. You have synchronous meetings with your students via Zoom where they ask about the discussion forums on Moodle, which are used as fodder for quizzes on Cosneasel and Virtual DG Labs on Boopus. From there you simply log it into your Dongus log and, husband, you want a drink? Me, just a minute. This stupid show is almost over. My boss, it's 9 a.m. and you're not muted on this Zoom call. Just farted on a Zoom call, and it lit my name up. I've been betrayed. The human has been working from home the last couple days, and every so often, they let me participate in the video calls. All the other humans cheer when they see me. I am the only thing holding their company together. While waiting, muted, to begin my physiology class lecture, I had a very impassioned discussion with my son about who wins, Kong or Godzilla. Foul language was involved. I clicked over to Zoom to see the entire class had entered their votes in the chat. The only good thing about Zoom calls is when a dog barks and everyone makes them show the dog. So now you get to see a dog. One huge downside of Zoom I have not heard appropriately acknowledged is that there is no way to exchange covert glances with one other person about the nonsense some other person is spouting, and that is like 50% of how I communicate. Video call tips and tricks for WFH. Everyone wants to see your cat. No, seriously. Why are you pushing your cat away? More cat. What if we just did a call with your cat? I went to a Zoom wedding a week after giving birth only to have my partner sign on early without warning me. And I appeared in the background naked except for a postpartum diaper holding an equally naked baby, so solidarity. Gonna update my CV to say, survived 1,000 Zoom calls that should have been an email, as part of my achievements in 2020. World. To have a successful WFH day, start your day with a shower, coffee, go outside, get some exercise. Have a nice morning and treat it like a normal workday. Me. Wakes up 4 minutes before my first call. Just got an email from a prof. As a reminder, you are required to wear clothes during Zoom meetings. Rules are made when they become necessary, not before. I have an Amazon parrot that laughs really loudly whenever anyone on the Zoom laughs. Makes me seem rather maniacal. Virtual interview season problems. My husband just tried to army crawl across the floor behind me while I was on an interview in an attempt to avoid being seen on camera, but instead, we just got his butt bumping along the bottom of the screen, and this man is gonna die. Plus the cats howling for attention, neighbors making noise, Wi-Fi/Zoom connection issues, house painters coming through, confusion over time zones, my immigrant mom interrupting Q2H to offer fresh cut fruit. Let's just say the virtual season has still been exhausting.